Now our next step is the AWS integration part. Actually creating the AWS services available means EC2 and RDS we need to make available. So first we need to create an EC2 instance with Ubuntu image. So let's open our AWS console. I've already logged into my AWS console. Open the EC2 option. This EC2 instance creation I have already covered in one of my previous videos, so I will be going very fast for this part. Click on launch instance and give a name of the server. So let's give a sample user app. Okay. Now the image is Ubuntu. I will be selecting that. Everything is left as default. Now the key pair. In your case, you have to create a new pair, but I already have an existing key pair called sample server key. Some spelling mistake had happened. So sample server key, I will be choosing that. The security group, I have to create new one. Leave it as default only. For the safety purpose, change the storage to 12. You have to install actually 2 to 3 things. That is why some storage is required. So change it to 12. Rest of the things you can keep as it is and click on launch. Now this launch might take 3 to 4 minutes, so we have to wait till that time. So our instance is running now and status checks have also passed. Let's check its configuration. Let's copy the public DNS first and let's check if the SSH connection to this instance is working or not. Open a terminal. Let's open a new tab. Okay. Type the command SSH. First of all, you should be on the same directory where your private key is present. So in my case, it is in downloads. So let's go to downloads. Now let's type SSH-I, and in my case key is this one, and user is Ubuntu because I have given an Ubuntu image, and EC2 DNS. Click on yes. If it succeeds, then we are able to access it via SSH. So our instance is accessible via SSH. Okay, we can simply exit it. Now coming back to my EC2, my application will be available on port number 8100. So I have to add an inbound rule to that. So go to security groups, edit inbound rule, add a rule, and give the port number 8100, allow it from anywhere, and click on save. Now our application which is running inside EC2 on port 8100 will be accessible from anywhere. That configuration we did here. Now next thing we need to do is we need to create an RDS instance for our database. So let's create that now. Go to databases, click on create, and then choose MySQL. Leave other options default, only choose free tier, and give a database name as sample database for now. Give the master username in our case is scalar student. Okay, and master password is this one. Okay, and the rest of the configuration leave it as it is. Storage is 20 GB is sufficient. There is a public access option. Choose it as yes. Create a new VPC security group for our database. So sample DB VPC, give a name as like this for identification purpose. Now password authentication is required, so choose that. Leave everything as it is and click on create database. Now this database creation part will also take around 4 to 5 minutes, little bit longer than EC2. So let's wait for some time and then we'll be back here. So now our database is backing up, means it is accessible now. So let's access this database from our terminal. Let's open. Since MySQL CLI is installed in my case, I can access it from terminal directly. So let's type the command. Before that, let's copy the endpoint for this database, which will be useful in the command itself. MySQL, the user was scalar student, host was this one, and there is a password. Password is, let's check. Okay, it is accessible. Let's type some SQL commands to see if they are executing or not. Okay, so it is visible. Now, in our case, a database is required to be created. The database name is, let's open that file itself in our Spring Boot application. Database is sample user CRUD DB. Let's copy this part. Okay. And create database. This. Okay. So let's see the command output. Okay, database is now created. So this means database is working fine. Let's see if now we have to configure the IAM role for this EC2 instance. Okay, we can proceed with that now. Open the instances. We have to create a new IAM role first. So let's open this in a new tab, duplicate it, and open the IAM section, IAM service. Open the roles tab, create a new role. Now the service is AWS service, use case is EC2. Rest is EC2 only. Click on next. Now in the permissions, you have to choose S3 full access because we will be doing the upload and download using the S3 commands. So choose this and click on next. Now here give the role name. In your case, you will be giving a similar name like EC2 S3 by which you can identify your role. EC2 S3 full access. I will be using this. I will not be creating this role because this role is already existing, as you can see. But what you will be doing is you will be creating this role. Right now, I will be simply cancelling it. Okay. Now let's get back to our instance and click on this instance checkbox and click on actions and the security modify IAM role. Now here I will be attaching the existing IAM role, which is EC2 S3 full access, which you have created just now. Let's update this IAM role. Now this instance has the full access to S3 service. Okay. S3 commands when run this inside this EC2 instance will be working successfully. No credential issue or authentication issue will be arising. So this EC2 instance is set up, database is also set up. Now we can proceed to the next step.